Good morning. It is Monday, 8:51 a.m. and I'm about to have my breakfast. I purposely pushed it back from 8 a.m. today because I have a 9 a.m. meeting. It's like a training session type of a thing, so I don't really have to be speaking up or taking part or even have my camera on, but I do need to be signed into the Zoom. And so I thought I would have something to eat and have my tea while attending the session instead of taking a break and then also being away from my workload during the training thing because that's too much lost time in a day. I don't know who can do that. So I have my regular it's a half a cup of oats, 2 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, and a cup of tea with a splash of milk. I'm going grocery shopping today after my physio, which is after work, or at least this is the plan. Hopefully he doesn't hurt me too much. So hopefully by tomorrow I will have bananas for my breakfast again. It is 1:16 p.m. on Monday, and I'm making a snack now because I have physio after work, and while I do have enough time after work to make a snack then, I'm hungry now. So I thought eat now and then use my time after work before I head out to the appointment to not be rushed in getting ready. And let's see how that goes. So I've made a cup of tea with a splash of milk, and I did a Branston pickles sandwich. So 2 pieces of bread, a little bit of margarine on each side, and then a piece of cheese and Branston pickle on the inside. There's no way to make this sandwich look tasty. Branston pickle does not look pleasing to the eye, but I very much enjoy it. I don't even know how to describe the flavor because I don't taste. And the last time I had it when I could taste was so many years ago that I don't recall exactly. I just know that when I eat it now, because it's got the little pieces of pickle in there, there's texture to my sandwich, so it works better for me than, say, peanut butter. And not to say that I don't desperately miss peanut butter, because with my whole heart, I miss peanut butter, specifically Kraft, light, smooth, and creamy peanut butter. But with no flavor, peanut butter is kind of like glue. Did you know that? Kind of like glue. So now I go for texture over flavor, and a Branston pickle sandwich is my choice for today. It's 7:30 in the evening on Monday, and I'm about to have dinner. I went grocery shopping after my physio appointment, and I am so glad I had that snack during the workday. I would not have made it otherwise. There was crazy traffic. It took forever to get to the grocery store, and it was like a whole thing. And I am ravenous. So I am eating one of the microwave meals that I bought from Trader Joe's. I bought them specifically for situations like this, like after a day where I've had physio and I'm just really kind of not capable of cooking, or timing just got away from me for whatever reason, and I'm so hungry that thought has gone out the window. So it's the Mandarin style orange chicken bowl. It's got battered dark chicken meat, fried rice, vegetables, and a Mandarin style orange ginger sauce. This is what it looks like. I've already poured the sauce on, but I didn't mix it up because it looks prettier when it's sort of layered like this. Once I mix it all up, it just looks like a mess, but a good mess, so I'm not upset about it. This will be my dinner. I have a cup of tea to go with it. I feel like I'm going to end up eating something else just because right now I'm so hungry that I'm like, this could not possibly be enough, but I'm hoping that this is actually enough because I did have that snack. So I need to be a little bit careful, and these are really high Weight Watcher points. I apologize, I can't remember the point value right now, and I can't scan it when I'm recording because I use my phone, but they are over a day's worth of points if I remember correctly. So not a thing to have often, but a nice thing to have in a pinch. Good morning. It is Tuesday and I'm about to have breakfast. My bananas are not quite ripe enough yet, so still another naked bowl of oatmeal, but it is fine. I got a different bag of oats this time. I'm sure I've gotten this one before though. So I don't have the bag with me. It's the Superstore, the no-name brand, so the store's brand version of oats. And I mean, oats are oats, right? They're no different whatever brand you buy. And like I said, I'm sure I've bought this brand before. I usually buy them from Safeway and get the Safeway brand, so that's compliments. But I really didn't think that it would make a difference. So yesterday though, they didn't cook very well. So when I make my oatmeal, all I do is I put the oats and my toppings, which is 2 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar in the bowl, and then I add boiling water from the kettle, mix it up, and that's plenty enough to cook the oats. So I don't have to pull out my my burner top thing and actually cook it in a pot or anything like that. And for years and years and years, this is how I do my oatmeal. I know it's like a super lazy way to do it, but if it cooks, why would I make a pot dirty when I can just do it all in the bowl? But regardless, I always cook it like that. And yesterday I did that, and then when I was eating them, I was like, yeah, some of these are hard. It was unpleasant, and I don't know if that was just a fluke. Maybe there were just a couple bad oat flakes in the bag. Is that a thing? Is that a possibility? I don't know. Or if they're all going to be like that, because if they are, I'm not going to be able to cook my oatmeal the same way in the morning, and that I don't want to have to pull out my burner and a pot and make a big production out of it. So I don't know. I will see with this bowl if they are better. I added more water than normal purposely so that they could soak for longer, because they do, as they soak up the water, the boiling water you pour on them, like they fatten up and the water lessens, so you don't have a super runny oatmeal. So I added extra water to hopefully cook them more or soften them up more, or I don't know, just get them to where I need them to be. It's 4:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday, and I'm just getting my dinner together. I'm running a little bit late because I was having some video editing problems after work. I'm out of space on my computer. I have two of the dinner buns that I bought yesterday. One has some calorie-wise Kraft Light Miracle Whip, and one slice of cheese that I've broken. It was actually such a large slice. It's just a normal size slice of cheese, but I broke it into like quarters, so each half of the bun has a half of the piece of cheese. They're just folded over, and then one bun that just has a bit of margarine on it. This is the garden vegetable soup that I bought at Trader Joe's. The container looks like this. Here's the nutritional information. Now it says just to put it in a pan however much you want, heat it up for 3 to 4 minutes. I decided to add into it 4 of the Korean wontons that I bought from Costco. They look really bad in the soup right now, kind of like little wheelie brains. But generally I like a wonton that's been boiled in like a soup base. I just usually do it in something that's got more of a broth. This started off runny. I thought it was going to be a much runnier soup, and by the time it had boiled long enough that it should have cooked the wontons, because they needed like 6 to 8 minutes in the boiling soup to be cooked. My liquid is very much gone. Like it's not fully gone. I don't know the right word to be using, but it just, the liquid to vegetable ratio very much changed in the process of the soup heating up. Let's just put it that way. I don't think it will be bad. It's just not what I was expecting, because I thought there would just be more of a broth base. Now it is possible that what's left in there will be runnier, because you see how runny that looks like. That's how runny it was when I was pouring it into the pot for heating up. So maybe I just boiled off too much of the liquid because the wontons had to be in there longer than what the soup said it needed to be heated up. Or maybe the wontons like absorbed some of the liquid. I don't know, but regardless, it's a thicker soup, but that's fine. So a nice thick soup with a whole bunch of vegetables in it, 4 of the wontons, 2 of the buns, 1 with cheese, and some tea that I have yet to put some milk into. It's 10:06 in the evening on Tuesday. I am home and showered, and I need a post-activity snack. I was hoping for something with protein, but I also don't want to cook, and I really don't know what I want. It's so funny on Tuesdays when I get home from this activity, because I'm not necessarily hungry, but I know that I have to eat something because I've been active, and if I don't eat something, then tomorrow morning I'm going to be like starving before I even wake up, and then it'll set me up for a bad day of eating. So I remembered I have these in my fridge. I put them in the fridge because somebody told me that they taste better cold, and they're absolutely horrific at room temperature. I bought them ages ago, like somewhere in the summer, and it's not that I forgot about them. They just scare me a little bit, because like, what if they're super gross? Which I know is sort of silly because I can't really taste, but liquids are a weird thing to not be able to taste, because like they're even worse somehow. I don't know how to explain it, but I took a peek, and if you look right there, they expire October 5th. So I don't really have that much time to get brave and try one. So I'm going to do it tonight. I'm going to take one out of the package, shake it up, give it a try. If it's something that I don't like, but I think I can chug, I'm probably just going to chug it and consider it medicine, the protein being the medicine, of course. And if it's like so horrific I can't do it, I'll let you know. the, oh, I guess like the nutritional information's on the oh no, it's at the bottom. Okay, here we go. So there's the nutritional information for you. Oh, and here it says enjoys a smoothie mixed into coffee with breakfast as a satisfying snack. Why do I feel that they're lying to me? I feel that they're lying to me. I don't know. I'm going to give it a try. I'll let you know. And then I also have a cup of tea that I need to put a splash of milk into because of course I do. Okay, well, I did it. I feel like I should get a little gold star on a chart somewhere for that. It wasn't exactly distasteful, but it wasn't like, wow, this is so great either. I don't know. The container feels heavy, so I kept thinking that there was more in there, but I did actually drink it all. I would not recommend taking like the last final sip of it though, because the last little bit came out really thick and kind of gross and was very odd. I don't know what it tastes like. I couldn't taste anything, so maybe that works out in my favor. I'm not really sure. The texture of it was fine. I go strictly by texture with things, and it was sort of not thick and creamy like say like a chai latte or I don't know, like an ice cream shake or something like that, but it wasn't super runny like say one of like the Starbucks summer drinks. And I'm not dissing the summer drinks. When I could taste them, I loved them, but when you can't taste them, they're just kind of meh. So yeah, one thing I am very happy about is by chugging this thing, I got 30 grams of protein in, which is great because I never get enough protein. And I really do mean chugging. I didn't even step away from this counter. I haven't even put milk in my tea yet. I just stood here and chugged that thing back like a frat kid at a kegger. Like it was just get it over and done with. But it worked, and now I have the protein in me, and that's all I really wanted to accomplish. So I will put the other 3 back in the fridge. I will at some point have them. I think I'm going to not restrict them, but like reserve them for days where I have done some kind of an activity and I really need the extra protein in the body. Otherwise I'm going to try to get my protein from food. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're not so bad. I might have to see if I can fit them into my budget for grocery shopping on a semi-regular basis. I don't think I'll go through 4 a week, but just, you know, as I run out, replenish them, because I think it is an easy way to get some protein in. I would make a protein shake, but my blender's broken and I can't blend fruit right now. So this is kind of my backup, and it's not so bad of a backup. Morning, it is 8:05 on Wednesday. We have made it to the halfway point. It's always nice when that happens. I am having my regular oatmeal, so I have a cup of oats, 2 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar with a banana sliced on top. So I think it is the oats. There's something different with them because I put more boiling water in with them yesterday and let them to sit longer before eating them, and they were still not cooked properly. So my bad. Something is different with the Superstore stores brand version of oats. Unfortunately, I bought them in a really big bag. So I'm committed to them for a while. I mean, I suppose I might just get used to them. I may start thinking about trying some overnight oat recipes, because maybe if it sits overnight in the fridge in liquid with other stuff, it'll be better. I don't really know. I used to do overnight oats years ago at a different job, just because it kind of worked better with like the flow of the day. But I haven't made them in so long, I don't actually remember what I used to put in the jars. So I'll have to dig up some recipes. But for this week, I'm probably just going to be sticking with it like this and complaining a little bit, mostly to myself, not to you. Don't worry about how it's not as good as the Safeway brand oats. And I, of course, have a cup of tea with some milk in it because caffeine is our friend. It's 12:09 exactly in the afternoon on Wednesday, and I am having some toast, 1 piece with Marge and jam, raspberry, and 1 piece just with Marge because the cat will lick a tiny piece of that I rip off, and he doesn't like jam, and a cup of tea with a splash of milk in it. I'm just hungry. I don't really have any other reason for getting a snack. I have physio right after work, and then after physio, I'm meeting up with a very pregnant friend. We're going to go for a very short, slow walk because she's due like any day now, and then we're going to go and grab something to eat, but we haven't decided what yet. But it does mean my dinner will be delayed past its regular time, so I figure a snack now when hungry should get me through physio and hopefully also get me through the wait until dinner. This is my theory. I could be very wrong, and this could be very poorly timed, but we're going to give it a try. morning. It is 9 a.m. on Thursday. It is a countdown kind of a week to the weekend. I don't even have plans this weekend. I just want to sleep in. This is my breakfast for today. Only half a banana on top because when I opened it or peeled it or whatever, like the bottom half of the banana was all like gone. Do you know what I mean? Like bruised all the way through. You couldn't tell it from the peel though. I hate when that happens. But oh well, I still have half a banana and that is great. So I have half a cup of oats, 2 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar, half a banana, and then a cup of tea with some milk in there. And that caffeine right there is my best friend today. It is 3 in the afternoon on Thursday. I'm getting ready to go out. I have a hair appointment. Yay, something fun. And it's a little bit of a drive to get to my hairdresser, and I won't make it without food. So I decided this was the perfect opportunity to once again attempt one of these Kodiak muffin things. It's really hot, so I'll try to tilt it for you. It's a power cup cinnamon roll flavor, 12 grams of protein, and the instructions said that if you mix with milk instead of water, you get like an additional 2 grams of protein. So I did it with skim milk. I'm scared to tilt it because the steam's gonna come on my hand. So here, let's go like there. There's your nutritional information. There's ingredients, cooking instructions. It's very hot. It's steaming quite a bit. It says you can microwave it for 60 seconds and then 15 more seconds if there's like dime-sized wet patches. So I did it for 60 seconds, brought it out. The whole thing was like super jiggly. Put it back in for 15 more seconds, pulled it out, went to go stir it to give it a try, and it was not cooked. So put it back in for like another 30 seconds. So either my microwave is like super weak or their instructions are not quite right, but it doesn't really matter. So I poked it there in the corner with the spoon just to try to make sure that it was actually cooked this time. So this is what it looks like. It's a little bit weird. I don't really know what I was expecting it to look like though. I suppose it's supposed to be, well, a cinnamon roll power cup, but they're kind of supposed to be like on par with like a protein pancake, I think. So that actually the color and texture looks great for that. So this will be my snack. And I have over here a travel mug with tea that is steeping. I'll eventually take the tea bag out and put milk in. I like to leave the lid off for a while because this mug keeps the liquid very, very, very hot, like undrinkable hot for hours. So I kind of let it steep and do its thing topless. And then I'll put the lid on right before I go because I can't drive without the lid on that. It'll spill everywhere. And hopefully at some point in the drive, I'll be able to start drinking it. If not, it might actually like survive through my hair appointment and be good to drink on the way back, which is crazy, but would be helpful because I will be very hungry on the way back. It is 8:20 in the evening on Thursday, and I'm only just now about to sit down to dinner. I got home later from my appointment than I expected because I got a little bit lost on the return trip. Yes, I did have GPS, but I was being blinded by the sun and I missed my exit. So I had to take a loop-de-loop to get home. When I got home, I had to do dishes, things like that, so just everything was a little bit more delayed. My dinner may look familiar. It is basically what I had on Tuesday with one minor change. So I have the 2 dinner buns. One of them, the closed one, it's actually being ripped open. There's margarine on the inside. And then the open one has a bit of margarine, a bit of Calorie-Wise Kraft Miracle Whip, and then 1 piece of cheese that I've broken into quarters, and each piece of bun has half of the piece of cheese, if that makes sense. The buns, they really only had another day or so before because they're starting to go a little bit stale, so I really needed to eat them tonight. And then actually the cheese as well, by the way, it's starting to go a little bit like drier than normal. It's the pre-sliced cheese. I bought it ages ago, so I really need to like eat my way through it before it goes bad and I've wasted the money. And then the soup is the soup from Trader Joe's, the garden vegetable, I think it was called, the one in the jar. I apologize, I cannot show you the jar right now because it's in the sink soaking, but it is the same soup from Tuesday. The only difference is that I added in rice cakes when I was boiling it because they cook by boiling or pan fried, but they can be boiled. So I popped them in there with the soup. And then I also have 4 of the beef wontons. Sorry, I forgot the word for a second. The beef wontons from Costco. Because again, I'm trying to eat those up and get them out of the freezer. So I feel like everything in my dinner tonight is either I want to get it out of the freezer or it's an open package of something and I want to eat it before it goes stale and or bad. I don't know if that's like the best reason to be picking my foods, but I'm very happy with my food choices, so I'm not really super mad about it. I also have a cup of tea I need to add some milk to and get that tea bag out of. So this will be my dinner. I don't know if I'm gonna nibble something for a dessert or not. I keep thinking I'm going to. Like the other night I was like, oh, for sure I'm gonna be having something, and then I didn't because my dinner was actually fine. So I don't know. If I do, you will find out. I should be going to bed, or at least like pretending to be getting ready to go to bed. It's 10 in the evening on Thursday. My hot plate thing is still cooling down, so I can't put it away, which is why my counter is so cluttered looking. I'm currently editing a video that I want to post, so it'll be up and ready for tomorrow. And somehow, while waiting for it to export, I was like, I will make a fresh cup of tea and get a snack. And then I realized it's 10 at night and I'm about to fill myself with caffeine and sugar. Now I am aware that like I could just take that away, because I mean I'm not like, you know, being forced to eat the sugar, but let's be real here, it's totally not going to happen. The only saving grace is that they're sort of, I don't know, they're not bad. Like I like them, but they're kind of, I can't eat many of them before I'm like, yeah, I'm done. So I am anticipating having 2 pieces while drinking the tea and then not falling asleep easily tonight when I crawl into bed. Morning, it's Friday. What a happy, happy sentence that is. It is 9:18 in the morning and I'm just getting around to having breakfast. I was hungry earlier, well before 8 a.m. actually, which is usually when I eat, but I was just really busy and then kind of lost track of time. And then the next thing I looked up and it was a little after 9. So late brekkie. I have a cup of tea with some milk splashed in, half a cup of oats with 2 tablespoons of powdered peanut butter, 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. I was gonna put my last remaining banana on top, but then I cut open my banana and like the outside of it looked okay. Like once you peeled it, the outside of it looked okay, but the inside was all completely bruised. I picked horrible bananas for this week. 2 out of the 3 were completely unusable, and the one that I was able to have was weird. So I don't know what was going on with my fruit choices, but yeah, not great. So no banana with the oatmeal, and I'm working very hard to resist a cookie, because for some reason I'm like, it's Friday, I don't have fruit, so let's have processed sugar. Like I don't even know how my brain comes up with these things sometimes. Anyways, here is breakfast and I'm very much looking forward to the end of the workday and having a nap. It is 6:52 in the evening. I am so hungry. So after work, I got on the phone with my mom and I was helping her with some computer stuff, and then we just got to chatting and we can talk for ages. So we just had a really long, lovely talk and it was great. But partway through, like my energy just like took a serious nosedive because I was hungry. Now, something that I forgot to record earlier, when I did finish work before I called her, I ate 1 single cheese slice because I was looking for a snack but couldn't really pick anything, and I don't know why I even bothered because 1 cheese slice does nothing, but I did. So there we go, confession. For dinner tonight, I just wanted something really easy to throw together. I actually really wanted to just do some pasta or some noodles or something because I'm that tired that I'm craving carbs and I'm just exhausted. I wanted something where I could set it to boil and ignore it, but then I was remembering like, the carbs, I'll probably, if I ate the macaroni and cheese, it would be great, and then I would fall asleep right away. Whereas this is like fuel with actual like nutrients and ingredients and vitamins and whatnot, and I might still fall asleep and have a random evening nap, but it might also like, you know, potentially be better for my body than say white cheddar macaroni and cheese. Shocking, I know. So it is a whole bunch of vegetables that I steamed and then pan fried a little bit. I accidentally burned a couple of green beans, so that's unfortunate. And then I mixed in with them 2 all beef hot dog wieners that are chopped up into bite-sized pieces, which I know, not like a healthy meat source, so maybe not so great to be saying this is healthier than the macaroni and cheese, but I still think it probably is overall. Buried in between, sort of halfway through the bowl, is another cheese slice that I'm hoping is all melted by now. Oh, and I also have 2 eggs that I scrambled mixed in with all of that, and I think I took 4 or 6 baby tomatoes and sliced them in half and put them in the pan as well to help warm them up, and so they are in there as well. So lots of different veggies, egg and hot dog for protein, and some cheese and Kewpie mayo on top for fun. And then I have 2 pieces of toast on the side. The whole reason I didn't have toast for a snack after work was because I thought I might end up making something that I wanted to put toast with, so I'm glad that I waited. And yeah, I don't know, this is my dinner. I also have a cup of tea that is steeping. I'll add some milk to it. But as you all know by now, I have a very tiny kitchen, and things are cooling down. So I have no space on the counter for my tea right now. It is a little after 9 o'clock in the evening on Friday, and I am about to have a snack. I'm nibbly, but I'm not snack level of like satiating a huge amount of hunger. So I'm opting for like a very much a treat thing, not a snack that doubles as like a second dinner. I don't know. The dinner that I chose, I'm actually quite happy that I did that route and not the macaroni and cheese, and I can't believe I'm saying that, but I think the protein from, admittedly they were hot dogs, but whatever. So the protein from the hot dogs and the eggs mixed with all of those vegetables, it woke me up, it re-energized me. I didn't end up having an accidental nap or like wasting the evening away. I'm functioning as a human. So yeah, I suppose there is a point to be made for eating, you know, food groups and not just cheesy carbs. But there are moments the cheesy carbs are absolutely a valid choice, so we're not dissing them. They were just not the choice for tonight. However, we have now moved on to the sugar portion of the day. So the Trader Joe's peanut butter pillows, they were recommended to me. I hadn't had them before. I didn't know that they existed. I've had one out of the bag because I was curious, and it's interesting. I don't know, like it's very crunchy, so that's good. There's the nutritional and ingredients, a little picture of the back. But they kind of get stuck in your teeth, but maybe that was just the first one that I ate and the rest of them won't do that. I'm not sure. So I put some into the bowl because if I take the whole bag, who knows how many I'll eat, so I wanted to portion them out. And I have a cup of tea that I will put a little bit of milk into, and this will be my evening snack. Hello, it is like 1:45 in the morning, so technically Saturday, but I still consider it Friday because I haven't gone to bed yet. And I just wanted to show you, I did not finish the peanut butter pillows. I ate some. They're not really my thing. They're crunchy, which is great, but almost immediately they get like super stuck in your teeth, and I don't know. I didn't really care for them. It's just my personal review. If you like them, go to town, great. Just not for me, which kind of works out well because then it meant I saved on a whole bunch of calories because I have a bunch of candy I didn't eat. It's 9:06 in the morning on Saturday. I'm about to have some toast, 1 piece with jam, 1 without, and I made a little over half of a cup of tea just because I needed it to cool down fast enough to be able to drink it right away. And then I pulled out a Fiber One bar just in case the toast isn't enough. I'll probably bring the bar with me. I'm going to an early morning, well not early morning, but to a morning physio session. And my physio wanted me to go a bit early to use the gym before my actual appointment, and I just called to check to make sure that it was still okay, and I had the time written down wrong because of course I did, so I thought I had to be there for 9:30, which meant I should already be on the road right now, but she said that I should be there for like more like 9:45, so that's kind of great because as I was getting ready I realized I am like a little bit hungry. I don't normally eat within the first couple hours of getting up in the morning, so I didn't anticipate needing time to get anything to eat, so there is no time to make like a proper breakfast, like cook up something. So I just decided to do some toast because for all that I'm hungry, I'm just not an early morning eater, at least not right when I first get up. I am aware that by this point in the day, 5 days a week, I've already eaten breakfast because I'm up at like 5:15 those days. Totally different. Weekends are just different. So there's the tea with some milk, a little bit of a close-up of the toast. That is the very last of my raspberry jam, and I probably won't be buying more for a while. I kind of go in phases with buying jam, and also it's very expensive for something that's not a necessity, so probably not for a while, which is a little sad, but that's okay. And like I said, the Fiber One bar, but that'll go with me in case I realize that the toast isn't enough. It is 1 in the afternoon on Saturday, and I am absolutely ravenous, so I'm going to try to make this clip quick so I can get to eating. This is a noodle bowl with a peanut sauce and smoked tofu and a bunch of different vegetables and some seaweed, as you can clearly see that part, black sesame seeds, all kinds of yummy goodness. You've seen it before when I go for brunch on Saturdays. I won't be going for brunch on Saturdays, at least with the friend I usually go with, for a while. She's very pregnant, due any day now, and has to curtail her activities. And then I imagine after she's actually had the baby, we still won't be going back to brunch for a while. So I was out, I had back-to-back physio appointments this morning that actually left me in sort of a high-ish level of distress while I was when I was done, but I was out and I had some errands that were time sensitive that had to get done then. So I did the errands, and then I was so hungry while I was running them that I was like, I don't know that I'm gonna get home and be able to make something, because not only was I very hungry, but I was still also kind of like dizzy and confused and a little bit stressed from the appointments. So I decided to stop at a place that I go to for brunch and pick up a dish that I usually get. So I grabbed this as takeaway. I almost ate in, but then changed my mind and decided to bring it home. And then I also bought, I haven't tried their baked items before. This is a lemon pistachio loaf. I don't know if I'm going to eat them both together, because if I remember correctly, the noodle bowl is usually plenty on its own, but I don't know, we'll find out. If I eat the loaf later, I'll take a picture of it on the plate and let you know. If I eat it now, this is the only picture you're getting of it. And I have a cup of tea I'm just going to put a little bit of milk into. And finally, food. It's 8:19 in the evening on Saturday. I wasn't really planning on eating anything else. Usually on Saturdays when I go for brunch, it kind of fills me up like for the whole day. But I'm hungry, so I decided to make something, but because it's later in the evening and I didn't really know what I wanted, but I didn't want to make something crazy big. I have cooked up one of the Korean pancakes, pajeon, that I got. I know I'm saying that wrong, I'm so sorry, but that I got from Trader Joe's. And because I wasn't planning on doing this, I didn't pull it out and defrost it in the fridge overnight like the package says you're supposed to. I just put it in the pan from frozen, and it actually, look at that, this is the best one I've cooked so far. Like it's goldeny brown, and if I tap it with the spatula, let me show you, it's like crisp. So yay. I'm very happy. The reason I'm showing it to you in the pan is because I'm going to move it onto the plate. I'm going to put some cheese on it, and while the cheese is melting, I'm going to cook up an egg to layer on top. So I'll show you the final product. I'm very proud of how goldeny brown it got, oh my goodness, it got, and I just wanted to share it with you. I'll be right back with the final thing. Here is the final product. I think it looks pretty good. It's a nice little size, so perfect for my small dinner or big snack, however you want to frame it. I haven't decided how I'm framing it yet. And then I've got a cup of tea steeping. Oh, I'm probably going to drizzle some Kewpie mayo on top. I just thought of that. So I'll grab that when I grab the milk for the tea and take care of that. And I do have a food confession to make. I watched a movie earlier and I just grabbed something to snack on, and I ate this whole package. And because of the size of the package, you see how it's not that big? I thought this was a singular portion. I am stupid. So if you look at the back, here's the nutritional information. And then if you look at that tiny little print right there, one portion is 10 pieces, and there's 3 to 4 portions per package. So I ate 3 to 4 portions of orange flavored chocolate buttons. Yep, that was the thing. I was doing so well today, and then this happened. But I'm going to not forget about it, but just ignore it for the moment and just focus on this right now. And yeah, tomorrow will be a new day. Okay, so note to the future self, cooking pancakes on a little double burner system thing takes half your lifespan away. So I really wanted pancakes, but I don't have pancake mix. So I Googled a recipe, found one. I haven't actually eaten any of the pancakes yet, but the recipe itself is fairly easy, so I'm sure they're fine. And I mean, look, like I like to eat pancakes big size, like in a restaurant. So these are the 3 that I'm gonna sit down to eat. But then it still has one big one, and then there's 4 little ones on here, plus a 5th one in the pan. So like lots of pancakes, which is great. But yeah, the burner, just cooking these pancakes alone took 40 minutes because only one of the burners is really large enough to hold a pan that can hold more than 1 pancake at a time. And it doesn't get up to this full temperature of, say, like a proper stovetop burner does. So they were just taking longer to cook. So yeah, note to self, if I do this again, only plan to cook like 3 pancakes and then stop so I can eat them when they're warm. Strategy. But they will be good. A pancake is good at any temperature. And actually I got raised being told that like you cook pancakes, but you always make extra so you have some hot for like the meal in the moment. and you purposely let some go cold, and you eat them cold like the next day as like a snack or with like a piece of cheese on it or something, and it's called a Scotch cake. So I like pancakes both ways. So these are the ones that are going to be left to cool, plus the one in the pan. These are the ones I'm going to eat. I have some syrup in a bowl because I like to dip, not drizzle it over top and make everything soggy. And oh yeah, so they have chocolate chips in them, except for this one down there. That one has nothing in it because I always make one without anything in it, in memory of my dad, because that is how he liked to have pancakes. So I eat one the way that he liked them, and then the rest I put stuff in.